Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
What is up? Welcome back to Outside the Top 25, including to my team. Welcome back, Missouri.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
2 early shows with the boys.
It's the same old place we used. What are you talking about?
2 Friday morning shows with me and you.
Oh, yeah, because we put out the extra softcore history episode.
Yeah. Which, check it out, softcore history Gaza episode.
Do a little history on Gaza. Well, on Israel, really. We just put Gaza for the SEO. The algorithm demanded that we did that.
Had to get in Gaza.
Yeah. They said that. That literally, the computer was like, put it down. And you were like, all right, God, Jesus Christ.
There is no Jesus there.
Yeah, like, there is no God. And then I was like, okay. But yeah, we're back. We're talking some college football for all the teams that just aren't good enough to be ranked, including both of ours. Well, you're not really a college football guy anymore.
Be worth talking about.
What?
My school's probably not even worth talking about on this program.
Why?
Well, first off, we're not playing this week.
Oh, okay.
Second off, we stink. But that doesn't matter. I'm a baseball guy now.
Yeah, I know. You're a big baseball guy.
Biggest baseball guy in the office.
By far.
I know you give me shit for like not watching the games all year.
But you don't.
But I paid attention to every game.
But you don't watch.
It's a box score thing, right? Like baseball, when it's a regular season, you just check the box score. You're like, oh, okay. You keep up to date with the baseball team. That's enough. I don't need to sit and watch 9 innings for 162 games. It's just not feasible. I'm not a dad.
How many games?
I'm not a dad.
How many games did you watch?
I have a life. Let me live, Rob.
5. What are you doing at 6 p.m.?
I'm usually here, Rob. I'm usually fucking
so you can
here.
have it on in the background. It's background entertainment. I'm not sitting there like it's a college football game like, okay, second down and fucking 4. Like I'm just like doing something and I'm like, oh, cool, Acuna's up.
No, I'll put on I don't have the MLB package because I don't feel like
not a fan.
I can't justify
not a fan.
spending that money. But if the Phillies play on Sunday Night Baseball, yeah, I'll throw them on in the background.
Not a fan. Whatever.
Bullshit. Just get out of my face. And then you give up. You and Dan, the worst Braves fans, gave up immediately. Oh, you get no hit for 5 innings. Like, it's over. And this was game 1. Like, it's done.
I've seen the movie before. I said that.
God,
I was right. Was I right?
Trash fans.
Was I right? And then we win game 2, and they're like, "I don't know, the momentum's back. It's the momentum back." And I'm like, I just start listing off every big momentum swing game 2 we've ever had that resulted in fucking nothing. Like, I just couldn't listen to it. I'm like, it's like I'm reborn. It's like Groundhog Day. I'm like Bill Murray walking like, I don't know, that might be the momentum. You're overreacting. Like, I've fucking seen it. I've seen it so many times.
Check it out. You haven't. Because it's going to happen over and over and over
What's funny,
again.
too, is it's not even like Snicker or the Phillies or any. It's like, I was saying to somebody, like it transcends like 3 different managers, 4 different general managers.
You guys are actually, my take, you're too talented.
I agree. We need to be
You won too many games in the regular season.
Need to be a 90
lost
win
all the
team.
momentum because you clinched very early. So you guys weren't really playing for keeps.
You know how many wins we had when we won the World Series 2 years ago?
Not enough.
88.
Yeah. That's the perfect range.
It really is.
That's how you win a World Series.
Yeah, I mean, we still won the division that year, but 88. Got to go 88.
Team that's won the most regular season
They never win.
wins. Never.
I mean,
Seattle Mariners, famously bounced in the first round.
It's everyone though. It's like everyone. The Dodgers, the Cardinals when they were really good with Pujols. Like they won their 2 World Series with Pujols.
And you're too loaded because all of your guys are like all-stars. So you need more fringe guys.
No, leave them because they're really good, but half of them need to be hurt for half the year.
Right.
And then they all come back for October.
But again, like we've talked about, Pujols was never the one with the big hits for the Cardinals. I mean, the MVPs were like David Freese and
yeah, the World Series MVPs. He had big postseason hits, but yeah, the World Series MVPs are always like
just random dudes.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Aaron Boones of the world.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get into some college football. We got some big news. A game that we would have talked about had we not been broadcasting on a Friday, but it's over now. Huge win for Dana Quiet Quentin Holgorsen.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Hey, the Lord is with he.
First Big 12 win. Let's get it.
What a way to get it. Neil Brown's got to be done, right? What's he even building there?
Not really sure. They're wildly mediocre.
And they have been the whole time he's been there. I'm trying to look at their season by season. So, like, I know people say that about Missouri a lot, and I'm like, we win a bowl game every year. But, like, and maybe West Virginia has done that, and I just don't know. But it feels like they probably haven't.
No, it's been a bad hire, all things considered. Like, with the expectations coming from Troy, you would think, okay, Holgorsen kind of quit on the team.
Yeah. All right, so they went 5-7 last year, no bowl game.
No bowl game.
They did make a bowl game in 21, 6-7.
I feel like bare minimum West Virginia, you have to make a bowl game every year.
They were 6-4 in the COVID year. 2019 was his first year. They went 5-7. So he's been bowl eligible twice in 4 years, and it's not looking like that's going to happen. Did
they play Pitt last year? I know the backyard brawl's not every year now.
They played Pitt this year. Okay. I don't remember if they played them last year.
Maybe they're like transitioning away from it. They should play that game every year.
Although, honestly, actually, I might be talking a little too much shit. They're 4-2. Big win at TCU.
Right.
So it would actually take a big choke job for them to. All right, Neil Brown's safe.
TCU just lost Iowa State.
I know. TCU's.
The Big 12's a mess right now.
It is. But you know what? This could be a 7-8 win team, West Virginia team. Who do they have left? Oklahoma State this week or this coming week?
Next week.
Yeah. At UCF.
Ugh. That's a win.
They're going to make a bowl game. Like BYU, they're at Oklahoma is the only for sure loss left on their schedule.
They need to at least win 7 games this year.
What?
7 wins
minimum,
or he's out.
Yeah, if he doesn't,
his seat was pretty hot before the regular season.
What?
His seat was pretty hot before the season.
It was, and to be honest, actually, their only loss before that Hail Mary last night was Penn State. At Penn State. Tough look. But yeah, they haven't played much of a schedule. Pitt is god awful.
Yeah.
They got Tech at home.
Their quarterback just transitioned into a tight end.
Yeah. They caught Tech at home, so no spookiness. Yeah. And then the win at TCU was
they have their own spookiness factor in Morgantown.
But the Houston lost. So I think we'll see. If they lose to Oklahoma State next week, this narrative might change. But Neil,
you just can't lose to Houston on Hail Mary when you have the game locked up. Granted, they scored with 12 seconds left. West Virginia did.
Yeah.
So take the lead on their own almost spectacular play.
Right. Goes both
Busted
ways.
Coverage. Yeah.
But yeah, Houston, Dana gets that Big 12 win. Not his first Big 12 win, obviously. That's got to be another, by the way, brutal thing, is watching Dana celebrate for West Virginia, because he kind of left them in this mess. They were doing some work with Dana before he just decided, fuck it.
Yeah, they also had Will Greer.
Yeah.
And probably should have competed for a Big 12 title that year.
Yeah. West Virginia was a really good football program 6-7 years ago.
When I grew up,
they were
I
good.
loved West Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
There was
Pat White.
Steve Slayton teams, yeah.
Yeah, the Rich Rod team.
Noel Devine.
Yeah, they're dope. They're fun. Had fun basketball teams, too. They're so good at basketball, though. Although I don't know what Bob Huggins' situation is, I guess.
Build the statue.
Yeah, build it.
Just him in a car with just loose cans in the passenger seat. That should be a statue.
Yeah, I agree. And then also the other big news: Travis Hunter. Him and his
Potentially
liver.
back on a pitch count against Stanford.
Oh, he's not going to play 120 snaps?
No, I don't think so. Not tonight.
You think he just plays one side of the ball?
We actually have 3 games to talk about tonight.
I know. I'm excited.
That's why we're going live right now.
Yeah, we have 3
Gotta get it out
Friday
to the
games
people.
that are big time.
Yeah. You have the laptop, though. You want to kind of lead us?
Yeah. So first up, we got Tulane, 5-point favorite.
Well, go over last week.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I didn't.
Act like you've podcasted before.
I had scrolled down too far. Last week, Dan, you went 7-6, 1-0 on your money line dog. Who was your money line?
Honestly, I just need to go 500 every week after that 14-2 week, and
you're good
we're
to go.
Golden.
What? Who's your money line dog last week?
Illinois, or no, Nebraska
Okay.
over Illinois.
Yeah. Good bet there.
Yeah.
Illinois.
You took Nebraska +3. I took the money line.
Yeah,
But
Illinois is
you also had a good money line pick with Kansas over my Knights.
home dog.
Just blew us out.
Can't. Well, Bean didn't look that bad against Texas.
Bean's not bad.
Yeah, it really.
He's a 5th-year senior.
Yeah,
He's been there forever.
very overrated. Not that Daniels isn't great because he is, but it's just a bit of an overrated factor, I think, on part of the bookies there, on the part of Vegas. I unfortunately went 4-9
Or too much fucking confidence in Gus.
and 1. Yeah,
And John Rice Plumlee started the game, did not finish the game.
he was starting again.
He started again.
What about your other boy that you love so much,
Timmy?
Yeah.
It's not Timmy's fault, but Timmy's not looking good right now.
Okay.
But if Plumlee's healthy, I think Gus is going to kind of lean towards him.
Yeah, it's his guy.
He's loyal to a fault. It's not good.
It's a good man.
Like every
good
quarterback
man.
at Auburn, he was always way too loyal to,
Yeah,
that he probably shouldn't have been to.
it's fair. I went 4-9-1, 1-0 money line dog for the season. You're 57-41-1, just a ridiculous. What's that? You're in the 60s, right?
Probably like a notch below.
Okay.
Like 59, 58%.
You're 5-2 on your money line dogs. I am a meager 49-50-2, although we're going way over 500 this week. And then 3-5 on the money line dog. We'll get there too.
I'm excited about my extra pick. Let's give out the extra pick that's not even on the dock. Let's do that.
You can. I haven't got a chance to look yet.
All right.
We'll
wait then.
Okay.
We'll wait.
All right. Yeah, we'll wait to the end. First up, we got Tulane, a 5-point favorite at Memphis.
Tonight.
Who tonight? This is tonight. So if you're going to bet this, bet it soon. Memphis 4-1, 1-0 in the American. Their only loss still is to Missouri. They pushed against Boise State last week, but they did get the win at home. Otherwise, they've looked okay. They didn't even look bad against Missouri, to be honest. Interesting game. Tulane, their only loss, I believe, is to Ole Miss, correct?
Yeah, without Michael Pratt.
Yeah, so both of these teams really good. Their only losses are to SEC teams. Tulane was a home game. Memphis was basically a road game. This is
Low-key banger?
this is a really fucking good G5 game.
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm going to go with Memphis in the points. Like me, a home dog.
Memphis
Memphis +5. Tulane probably wins the game on the field, but
Okay.
I'm going to say by a field goal.
Okay. This is a toughie for me. It really does come down to like Memphis is at home, which is nice, and I imagine, pretty
2 solid quarterbacks, Pratt, Hennigan.
2 solid quarterbacks and both like competent programs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I really do want to go with the home dog here as well. And I will. I just don't, as much as I want to just like disagree with you all the time.
Do you think Willie Fritz just stays at Tulane?
Yes, he's in his 60s. He was the last couple hiring rounds was a candidate and just never.
He's just like, I'm good in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think.
Which, honestly, if you're going to retire, New Orleans isn't bad.
Hell yeah, dude. You get to retire after you die even because you're a ghost.
Right.
You get auto ghost.
And you can't go underground, right? There's no graves
Nope.
underground?
Nah.
So body.
The water table's like an inch below.
Right, so body's up. No, I like that. Yeah, you got to feel confident that you're going to maintain him, and hopefully he lives as long as he can, because that's your coach for the next however many
15, 20 years. Yeah, why not?
years. Let him coach till his 90s.
Yeah, why? Like literally, like what do you care? No one in New Orleans cares about anything.
Let alone Tulane.
That's where if I won the Powerball tomorrow or something, I would move to New Orleans.
French Quarter.
No, Garden District. I would spend quite a bit of time maybe in the quarter, although that's kind of like a touristy thing, but I don't care. But I would.
You're too good for the French Quarter?
I'm certainly not. I got married in it like a tourist. But yeah, I'll go Memphis +5 at home. Obviously, this is like arguably the biggest game of their season. These are
major implications for the American.
Yeah, these are two. These are maybe two of the three.
Two of the bigger programs that got left behind.
Yeah, Memphis especially got you. You would have thought that they would have gotten an invite somewhere because they were hot at that time.
It's not like Norvell's still there.
I know, but they were still.
Norvell cashed his chips in. Memphis did not.
Yes, exactly. And Memphis, unlike SMU, very much unlike SMU, doesn't have money to just pay for a membership in the ACC or something.
Well, you got to go into the vault, which is underneath the Bass Pro Shop.
To take the gold from the Bass Pro Shop founder who's buried there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's there, fucking take it. Fucking take it. I don't know what they're waiting for.
People acting like we don't have history in this country.
I know.
We got a Bass Pro Shop shaped as a pyramid.
It's a top 4 pyramid in the world.
I would say top 1.
I agree. None of them are made of glass. So.
Riddle me that.
Suck my dick, Egypt.
Egypt?
Yeah, suck my fucking dick. Next up, we've got another pretty good one, although I'm a little confused by the line. Fresno, -5.5 at Utah State.
What confuses you? Utah State's really creepy. That's a spooky spot.
Yeah, it's spooky, but like
elevation.
Fresno, I don't know. They just played a spooky game last week.
Fresno just lost. Yeah,
I know they did at Laramie. I'm a little more worried about Laramie than I am about where is Utah State even?
Fuck. Why do you have to put me on the spot like that?
Well, you called it spooky.
I don't know Utah that well. I mean, it's not. Obviously, it's not Provo. It's not Salt Lake. I'm going to go. I don't know that many places in Utah.
You pretty much
just tell me.
All.
Just tell me.
Oh, boy. This is actually incredibly spooky.
I would just.
I don't know. I didn't
middle
know
of nowhere Utah is going to be weird.
First off, they're in the upper part.
What is it? Just name the town.
I don't know, actually. I still have to look for it. I think Logan?
It's called Logan?
Either Logan or Providence?
I doubt it.
Yeah, Logan. It's in Logan, Utah. This is the middle of nowhere. They are closer to Idaho than they are to Salt Lake City.
I don't think I've ever heard of Logan, Utah.
Yeah. This is, and by the way, not that far from.
And I've watched several Utah State games. Dozens, maybe. I've never even heard them mention Logan, Utah.
It's not even that far from Laramie. It's kind of far, but it's not like It's not like it's just right down the same highway. It's a spooky place.
Do you think Fresno even went home?
Why?
Just got chartered a bus.
Yeah. Why would you go home? I know I just liked the home dog there. I think this is a bounce back game for Fresno. I'm taking two things in this. I'm taking Fresno -5.5.
Mm-hmm.
And just to piss you off, but this line's already out because it's the day of. I'm taking Fresno team over 30.5.
Okay. I'm gonna go Utah State plus the 5.5.
Okay.
At home. Fresno wins on the field again, but 5.5 too many points in Logan, Utah.
You don't just walk into Logan, Utah.
No.
Because no one walks into Logan, Utah.
Didn't even know it was a place until 5 seconds ago.
I don't even know, like, are there mountains there? Like, what?
Yeah. Right?
Right? Yeah. It's
like a plateau?
Looks like it's in the mountains. Let's go. I'm just going to go to Utah State's campus here and just get, like, a view. I'm dropping my little Google man down.
I bet it's pretty, right?
Yeah, there's mountains right there on campus. Fair enough. Campus sucks, but there's mountains right there. So yeah, okay. Next up, a little sneaky Pac-12 game on a Friday night.
It's not sneaky.
A little fun.
Still fucking Dion.
Sneaky one. Yeah. Stanford plus 12.5 at Colorado. The over-under is 59, like we said. Travis Hunter's back, though, apparently on some sort of play limit.
Sure,
Only 80 snaps for you today.
I mean, Stanford sucks, but should Colorado be a 12-point favorite against anyone?
At this point, that's a tough sell, although it is a home game.
Just give me the Cardinal. Give me Stanford plus 12.
It's plus 12, by the way, not 12.5.
I think I said 12.
Yeah, it's at 12.5. Stanford.
It could also change. What are you looking at? I'm looking. Those are my bookie odds, by the way, that are all in the doc.
I just saw the ESPN. Line on ESPN.
No, we're going with my bookie.
We're going 12.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So please trust the literal numbers I wrote on the doc 5 minutes ago.
Sweet. Sorry. I don't care.
Where do we bet?
What?
My bookie, not ESPN.
Yeah.
ESPN doesn't even have a book.
I believe they just take the book from whatever, but it doesn't matter because we're my bookie boys here. MyBookie.com. Use promo
So
code
juicier line, 12.5.
Yeah, it is. Double your first deposit up to $1,000. I'm sorry, up to they'll 110% double your deposit. So you put in 1,000, they'll give you 1,100. Yeah, this at some point you got to feel like Colorado does their thing again, but their only blowout was Nebraska.
People are starting to turn on him.
On Dion?
Well, Shador, because he's like flexing on the Arizona State student section with his watch. It's like, bro, you got to beat Arizona State by more than a field goal.
Yeah. So Colorado, this is what's interesting, really, if you look at it. People are like, oh, Colorado's a wagon, all this stuff.
No one's saying that.
Not anymore, but
It's still a successful season.
They've only had one blowout. They've only covered this line once all year. 12.5 points. Mm-hmm. And it was against Nebraska.
It was the first home game of the year.
Yeah. God damn, this is tough for me, though, because Stanford sucks. This is a dirty game, right? This is like...
Oh, this is like the public's for sure going to be on
Colorado.
Yeah, so I'm just fading that.
I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going Stanford plus 12.5. I just don't buy it.
I would like to take the over here, but I don't know if I trust that either.
I don't trust Stanford to contribute to that.
But you trust Stanford enough to cover 12.5.
Yeah. But 60 points? This might be a 25.
Well, like last week, the under hit because it was 27-24.
Yeah.
It's a decent game, but it's not enough for the over.
Nope, sure isn't. So, yeah. Stanford plus 12.5. We're both on that. Next up, we're getting into some morning Big Ten action. Michigan State at Rutgers. Michigan State, a 4.5-point dog going into New Jersey.
What's the over-under?
39.5. It's fucking foul.
It's not good.
No. That is just brutal.
So few points. Nobody should watch this game. I don't care if you're a Michigan State or Rutgers fan.
It's bad.
Just skip it.
It's a bad game. And I know we like dumb, gross games, certainly.
We're Shiano men, yes.
Yeah, but like, God, that's a lot to ask of anyone. I mean, really. And it's on the Big Ten Network anyway, so you probably won't even be available to you.
No, people have the Big Ten Network.
Oh, actually, I think I do have it on YouTube TV.
It's not the fucking Pac-12 Network.
True. Michigan State 2-3, 0-2 in the Big Ten. Rutgers a respectable 4-2. I mean, I'm taking Rutgers here. Michigan State on the road, they're a mess right now. Rutgers
just covered against Wisconsin.
Yeah,
lost, but covered.
And I mean, they kind of blew out Northwestern early in the year.
Only losses to Michigan and Wisconsin.
Yeah, so handled Temple.
Exactly what they've done what people expected out of Rutgers.
Yes, I think this is an easy call. Rutgers 4.5, minus 4.5.
Give me it's the week of the dog. Give me Michigan State. And just because I don't trust you and I don't anything you side with, I feel like I have to fade.
It's fine. I don't really care.
You're under 500 right now.
I am a little bit under 500. That's fine. You just had 1 week. You just had one nice week.
14-2. Never take it away from me.
I can't.
And all I have to do is I keep going above 500 every week, so that's all I have to do. Like 7-6, 8-5. Steady ship.
All right. Iowa State next up at Cincinnati. This is another game where it's like, yeah, sweet dude, the Big 12 rule.
Fuck you. And the Big 12 championship is just going to be Oklahoma, Texas.
It is.
On their way out the door.
God, it's just a nightmare for that.
Not going to leave us in a good spot. Campbell seems to be Matt Campbell might have figured things out a little bit here and there, but this is just what Iowa State does. They're pesky towards the middle or end of the season. They always start out so bad. Even with Purdy, they would lose like that week 1 against some sometimes FCS school.
Well, they did lose week 3 at Ohio.
That's right on schedule for Matt Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, TCU is just in a fucking tailspin
TCU
right now.
just lost
to Iowa State.
That's
what I'm saying. They're in a goddamn tailspin. Iowa State, obviously, they lost by 30 to Oklahoma. But
quality loss.
They put up 20 on that defense.
Yeah, but how much was that?
It wasn't garbage.
Time.
It wasn't garbage. They basically they were hanging for a minute, and then Oklahoma State just stopped. They just stopped.
Not Oklahoma.
Or on Oklahoma,
Yeah.
I should say. God, dude, since
he's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
They themselves played Oklahoma pretty tough. Just couldn't score on them.
Yeah. I'm taking the under.
What's the under?
42.5.
That's so low.
I just don't see either of these teams putting up points. That's all I can think of because I don't have a call on the line.
I'm gonna go with the Bearcats. I think it's the week a lot of teams get their first Big 12 win, and it's not gonna be UCF because we don't play. So,
you guys still hunting for that?
Still hunting.
Okay.
That went 3 in conference.
Next up, we've got Georgia Southern at James Madison.
Game of the week.
Maybe.
That's actually the title of the episode is Sunbelt Shootout.
Nice. Now, James Madison won't be eligible to play in a bowl game
For
until
some
2047.
Yeah. Can't win the conference until, I guess, they just. Why is there this transition period for multiple years? They are going to be the best team in conference like almost 2 straight years and not playing the game.
Fucking insane. Like the Israel conflict is going to get settled before James Madison is allowed to fucking play in a bowl game.
Not in their conference championship. That's insane.
And yeah, it's fucking so dumb. But look, I've been riding James Madison all year. I'm going to continue to do it. Mm-hmm. JMU minus 5.5 at home. They're a touchdown better than Georgia Southern.
They're not.
They are going to be, baby.
Georgia Southern wins the game on the field. Money,
all right.
Give me the money line.
You taking Moneyline Dog?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go. Any thoughts on the over-under of 60?
Man, every JMU game, it feels like they're always putting up 40.
They score.
They do. I'm not going to take it, but I would lean over.
Okay.
Georgia Southern, too. They can score a little bit.
Yeah, they're both. What has Georgia Southern done recently, scoring-wise? 38 on Coastal, 40 on Ball State, only 14 at Wisconsin, but 49 on UAB. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they put it up. Now let me look at what James Madison's been letting up recently. Or actually, I'll just do one better.
They do give up points, too.
James Madison?
Yeah. I mean, they'll score a bunch. They'll win the games, but they do tend to let the other team score a bit.
James Madison, actually, wow, they're like right down the middle. 59th ranked offense, 59th ranked defense.
Perfect spot to be when you're James Madison.
Perfectly balanced, yeah. I'm taking the over as well. I like both of those because this is a big Sun Belt game, and I think it's going to be a shootout.
To decide the conference that JMU cannot play.
Cannot win, yeah. Next up, Troy. 5.5-point favorites at Army. The over-under is 42.5. I feel like you are a Service Academy whisperer.
Yeah, but Army kind of boned me last week against Boston College.
What'd they do?
Just gave up the game late.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost the game on the field. I was following it on my phone, and Army got up, allegedly 2 scores. And I'm like, with 2 minutes left, I'm like, all right, we're golden. And then I guess the touchdown got called back, or somebody who was running the app fucked up. Boston College drives down the field, scores a touchdown, wins the game. Yeah.
Boom.
I'm not a big Army guy, though. Everyone knows I'm Air Force guy.
You're an Air Force guy, I know. But you know the Service Academies well, I feel like, because Your school used to play in conference with one.
With Navy.
And then you just love watching Air Force.
And then we love us Service Academy unders.
Yes.
But what we love more during the regular season is when a Service Academy plays another team, take the over.
You think so? Now, Troy has a top 30 defense. Army is Army.
I'm just going to take Troy here, by the way.
You're taking Troy?
Yeah.
Okay. Troy 5.5. Man, I don't. What's the line? 5.5. Over unders 42.5. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what to do with 42.5. Let me look at Troy's recent schedule here. Got to inform myself a little bit.
No, you don't. Just shoot from the hip, man.
That's stupid.
Go with your gut.
I don't want to shoot from the hip. Man.
You're going to make a bad decision just looking at box scores. You're fucking box score Bobby over here.
Yeah. I'm inspired by your baseball fandom. I'm going with...
I told you. Should have been scared of the bank all along.
Oh, my God. I hope the Diamondbacks sweep your ass.
They're not going to.
They won't, but I think they can win.
They're not going to. We're going to the World Series again, Rob. Just accept it.
You can go. You're not going to win that either. You're not nearly as good as the Rangers.
Doesn't matter. I have an 8-1 ticket to win the NL. That's all I care about.
All right, fair enough. Now I'm really rooting for the Diamondbacks. I'm going to take. Man, I'll tell you what I'm going to take. It's going to piss you off, but I don't care. I'm taking the Army team points under. I don't even know what it is, but if it's a 5.5 line on 42, I don't think Army scores double digits. Troy's defense has been fucking smothering.
I'm just not going to count this.
Yeah.
If there's not a line, you can't take it. It's fucking Friday.
I don't care. I know what the lines. I know roughly where the line's going to be. I'm taking it.
You don't, because you don't know how to math.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm taking. The Army team points under against Troy 5.5.
I fucking hate you.
You can just fucking deal with it.
I hate you.
Cool. Next up, we got Florida. 2-point dog on the road at South Carolina. A battle of the squishy middle of the SEC East. 50.5 over under.
A lot of people are going to be low in Florida this week. Not me.
Yeah?
Not me.
You on the Mertz? Berts? You on Mertz rental car?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive the Mertz rent-a-car this week.
Cool.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Florida. I think wins the game on the field.
Okay. This is a game. I'm just taking South Carolina straight up. South Carolina -2. Florida has not impressed me. I know Kentucky's a lot better than Kentucky's tough and Stoops plays Florida tough. South Carolina's given Florida trouble as well. And South Carolina's a little bit feisty. I'm going South Carolina. I've watched enough South Carolina, enough Florida this year to feel like this is a South Carolina game. In fact,
I've watched enough South Carolina to know their offensive line's awful.
I don't care. This is gonna be a game where people are like, dude, is Spencer Rattler pretty dope?
And I don't think so, because he's going to probably throw. Let me give you a stat line here. Spencer Rattler for this game. He's going to go 25 of 38. He's going to have 241 yards.
Okay.
2 tutties, 3 picks.
Okay. Nah, he's going to have a game. And it's going to be like such a nothing. Like, it's going to be so meaningless in the grand scheme of things, but it'll be a stat line that people are like, dude, Rattler, maybe? Second rounder?
No one's thinking Spencer Rattler's a second rounder.
Someone's dumb enough to do it.
No one is. Like, you are not plugged in enough to the mock drafts, are you?
I don't care about the NFL draft at all. But whatever. I'm taking South Carolina. They're going to win. Florida's a mess right now. Next up, BYU +6 at TCU. 52.5 is the over-under. Now, BYU already has their Big 12 win, correct?
I don't think so.
I feel like they do, but maybe it was against like Cincinnati or something.
Oh yeah, it might have been against Houston or something.
They're 1-1 in the Big 12. Yeah, their first Big 12 win was against Cincinnati.
It was against Cincinnati. All right, yeah,
Huge.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Those don't count though. I don't.
No,
count
it doesn't.
those,
It shouldn't. Man, TCU, a two-week tailspin. Rough season after that Cinderella
I'm going to say
story.
TCU wins the game on the field, but BYU, give me 6 points.
Okay.
They haven't let me down this year, I don't think. Every time I'm on BYU, they usually cover.
You got to think. I'm just saying TCU bounces back. BYU has been an interesting team, scrappy team this year, but I don't know. It's not in Provo. TCU, they've got to do something. Sonny Dykes is a good coach. They can't be this shitty for 3 weeks in a row.
You a big Kalani guy?
No.
You don't like when he wears just like the floral lays?
I get why he does it. Got to get those Samoans
Got to get all the Samoans to BYU, all the Mormons.
on your team and your religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get why they do it. Next up, Iowa, plus 9.5 at Wisconsin.
Over under.
33.5 is the over under here. This is
Rob, I'm going to take a chance here.
taking the under.
I'm taking the over.
Okay.
Give me the Iowa-Wisconsin over in this game.
Over 33.5.
Like, come on, Mordecai. Come on, Iowa. I know Iowa's down to their backup quarterback now.
Does that matter?
I don't think so. It's not like fucking Cade was doing anything.
Yeah. Iowa, by the way, we've been making fun of them constantly. All year, everyone has, right? 5-1.
Yeah, but fucking Little Ferentz is getting fired. He's not going to hit the quota.
No, he's not. He's certainly not. But let me tell you something. This team's got heart.
No, they just have a really good defense,
They got
which
heart.
they have every year.
They got heart. They're fighters.
Give LSU Iowa's defense.
Warriors. Iowa, I should get more points for this, but it doesn't matter.
I just think Iowa's might have a defensive touchdown here.
They might.
To
Really?
contribute to the
It's
over.
not like Wisconsin's offense is good.
No.
I'm taking Iowa at an almost double-digit dog as my money line dog of the week
To go into Madison
and win the game.
on the field
They're going to strangle Wisconsin to death.
like an anaconda.
Yeah. I'm taking Iowa money line and the points because I just don't know how Wisconsin could beat them by 9.5 points.
No. For sure Iowa covers. Actually, give me Iowa plus 9.5 and then also
Over.
the over. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way Iowa doesn't cover. So I'm taking them as my money line dog and Iowa points. Let's fucking go. Next up, I feel like we have a game we're going to agree on. Kansas State, 1.5 point dogs on the road at Texas Tech, over under 57.
Are we going to agree?
I mean, I'm taking Tech.
I know you are.
K-State has been a mess this year.
I mean, they've cost me so much money this year. God, I hit a fucking baseball parlay last week that like netted $1,400 or something. Proceeded to continue to double down on Kansas State till that money was gone.
Against Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, yeah, live.
I don't know why you did that. That's fucking insane, but
There were some things that I'm like, all right, Kleiman might not be a good coach.
he's not.
He might not be.
I think he might not be. We talked about this a little bit.
They were going for it on like 4th and 12 from their own 30.
Yeah.
They were like still early in the fourth quarter. A lot of decisions where they got down in the fucking red zone and came away with no points, like inside the 10. A lot of stuff where it's like, hey man, maybe kick the field goal there. Like still plenty of clock.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean,
Also down 14. I know analytics. You score a touchdown, you go for 2, make it a 6-point game, and then if you don't, it's an 8-point game, and you get
right.
2-point conversions 50% or something. So like analytics, you
Yeah.
gotta go for it. No, I think you kick the extra point.
Yeah, I think you just take points.
Yeah, and don't put pressure on your, struggling quarterback to get a touchdown and then also get a 2-point conversion when it matters.
Mm-hmm. Look, and lost in the Missouri K-State game a couple weeks ago. I think I mentioned this before in the show, but obviously Drink had that horrifying delay of game penalty.
Yeah, we don't have to rehash that.
But when they kicked the 61-yard field goal, another penalty flag was thrown, and it was because Kleiman let 2 dudes on the field with the same number.
Yeah.
So if he had missed that field goal,
they would have retryed.
They would have got to re-kick it 5 yards closer. Like all these coaches are just making insane fuck up. Like that's not really a decision, but just like insane fuck ups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
both had a bye last week too, so I was kind of trying to justify like, Oklahoma State Gundy had 2 weeks to prepare, but I mean, so did Kleiman. Kleiman had 2 weeks to prepare for Oklahoma State.
By the way, Kleiman also had a way better fucking team.
Yeah. Oklahoma State sucks.
Yeah. Like K-State won the Big 12 last year.
Bowman's not a very. I mean, when he was at Tech, Bowman was actually kind of solid his freshman year. But I don't know what happened to that guy because he is not the same quarterback that he was at Tech.
He throws a loose ball.
He throws a duck. Yeah.
Yeah. Not very accurate. Tries to fit into windows.
Speaking of bad, like guys, I had high expectations for this year. Downtown Pennsylvania zone, Will Howard.
Yeah.
Continues to cost me money. Continues. I thought he was going to be kind of a dark horse to win the Heisman.
A lot of K-State fans were saying that he got really lucky last year. Like a lot of balls that should have been intercepted just weren't. Or like his receiving core was really good last year and he got bailed out by some catches. And it's just essentially like regression to the mean.
I mean, he's still got a couple of weapons. I hate their fucking fullback. Senate just like he had that one game in the first half where he just kind of went off against Mizzou.
Yeah.
And then I've only seen Senate drop passes. I've never seen Senate catch a ball outside of that first half against Mizzou.
Yeah, where he caught everything. I think he had like 2 touchdowns.
One hand and stuff.
Yeah, I was
leaping defenders.
I was like raging in my home. Like we're gonna lose because of a fucking fullback.
I know he had like the game of his life, and now he sucks.
Yeah. But I'm taking Tech 1.5. I think it's in Lubbock. I'm not betting against Tech in Lubbock. Against the team as mid as K-State, anyway.
Tech's pretty mid.
Yeah, but they're in Lubbock.
I get it. They're going to be throwing tortillas on the field.
So you taking K-State?
Pew, pew. Yeah, no, I just think bounce back spot here for K-State.
All right.
And I gotta hold up hope for the Big 12 ticket.
What, to win it all?
Yeah.
Can they? I guess they have one Big 12 loss.
They have one Big 12 loss. So yeah, they technically can. But yeah. It's not going to happen.
They're kind of in the same spot they were last year. They lost to non-con and then had a random...
One Big 12?
Yeah. Last up...
They're just not good this year.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Last up, Wyoming, 11-point dogs on the road. So we don't care about Wyoming on the road.
Well, also against a wagon. Not a wagon.
A jet.
A jet.
Yeah. Air Force. Over under 41.5. I'm smashing the over. I know that's your bit, but I'm just...
Air Force over. I mean, until it fails us. Until it fails us. It's not going to.
No.
They're not going to lose either. They're like Air Force is going undefeated this year. I hope you recognize this. We still got halfway to go for the season, so just
they're 5-0,
strap up.
3-0 in the Mountain West. Man, aside from a really weird game against Sam Houston, they have dropped 42, 39, 45, and 49. And I don't care that you're going to be annoyed. I'm taking Air Force team over as well because they might hit the over on their own.
Mm-hmm. Why? I guess like Vegas just thinks Service Academy has to be. They like immediately set 42.5.
This is such a blind spot, I feel like, for them right now.
Air Force scores.
Yeah.
They put
a
up
lot.
Points.
What are you taking?
The over.
Over?
Duh.
Okay. Are you taking them to cover?
Not 11, no. Like Wyoming might actually be able to keep up.
Okay.
But yeah, just Air Force over.
All right.
Oh, extra game.
Fuck. Yeah, I got to find that real quick. Who's your extra game?
We are going North Texas Temple.
Ooh.
Under.
All right, Dan.
I believe it's over under of either 68 or 70. So I don't care. They're not. Temple's not going to be able to contribute and help get to 68.
It's 68.5.
Yeah.
So
yeah, give me that under.
Under 68.5. Let me see what we got here. There's some fun ones like Kent State, Eastern Michigan, Navy, Charlotte. A lot of ranked teams playing unranked teams this week. Oh, gosh. I don't know how I missed this. I don't know why you didn't put this in. Maryland is playing Illinois and Maryland.
Because it's a double-digit line. I don't really...
You don't like it? You like to make things a little closer?
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking Maryland. Minus 13.5. My Terps against Illinois.
Okay.
They roll. They're going to blow Illinois out.
Especially coming off a huge loss to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Are you scared, though, Maryland? Calendar flipped. September, Maryland, different animal. Now it's October.
Yeah, maybe.
They always kind of seem to regress.
I'd like to find out. Maryland has been a tough team in September over the years. I think didn't they sweep their home and home with Texas a couple years ago?
Yeah. They always go like 4-0 in September and then just fall off a cliff.
Yeah. But yeah, but it's just Illinois.
Those were the funniest games. Maryland,
Texas.
Yeah.
I know. Those were a fucking blast. Yeah, Illinois sucks. I'll take Maryland to cover 2. And Maryland fucking little Tua slings it. 2 touchdowns, no problem.
All right. I'm not picking that game, but I would lean Illinois.
To cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
Whatever.
that's all we got.
Whatever you fucking think. Again, we make our bets at mybookie.com. Use the promo code Drinking Bros to double your first deposit 110% of the way. So if you put in $100, you'll get $110. You put in $1,000, you get $1,100. You get what I mean. 110%. Give it 110% at mybookie.com with the promo code Drinking Bros. That's not the tagline, but it should be. For Dan Regester, I'm Rob Fox. This has been Outside the Top 25.
Don't be a pussy. Bet with my bookie.
Boom.